Hello, my name is CIANFFRENCH and this is my design portfolio. So in the design portfolio we have a problem statement and we have a design brief. The problem statement is based off a UN development goal, and the UN development goal in this problem statement is good health and well-being. From the problem statement I find out that there's a lot of mental health issues with children and young adults all across the world. From the design brief then I understand that I have to make some sort of a device or an artifact that will help somebody's well-being and in turn then help their health. So then we had the introduction. The introduction was very beneficial for me, as it really kind of helped me understand the UN development goal better. Before coming to this I didn't really know much about it, but now I'm well up to date with the UN development goals, and especially the good health and well-being goals. The videos also really helped me understand, and by doing my own research then as well, it really kind of helped me understand about the UN development goal. So then we've done analysis of the brief. The analysis of the brief is a massive help, as because the design brief is a big paragraph and can be very hard to understand what is really being asked for. So by breaking down the brief into kind of the different sectors, I was able to kind of see and understand what is really being asked to do in this brief. So then we move on to the first design skill process, which is the need finding activities, and one of them is handling collection. Handling collection is just picking up random objects around the classroom, and can really kind of give me a good feel for kind of weight, kind of ergonomics, different things like that. And really, when I kind of lifted up an item, I would take small little notes to kind of remind me when I'm going back designing the product, but different things, but lifting different objects. Then we had a mood board. A mood board was a big help. I was just putting in a kind of load of different pictures, literally any idea that kind of came to my head when I was thinking of what to do. I just put them down on the mood board, and it's kind of a great way and a great starting point for your initial drawings and initial ideas. Then a bit of a brainstorm. So I kind of wrote down the kind of key words which have to be included in my project, and my key points. The brainstorm was a great way of kind of jotting down a load of ideas and putting them down on one piece of paper. So then artifact analysis then. So I looked at a few existing artifacts that I was interested in making, and then I just kind of took notes on them. I filled out this worksheet on the right, which was a big help for me, and also kind of gave me a good idea of what's out there already and how could I maybe improve it, and what did I like from it. So then we had Scamper as well. Scamper is a great way to kind of, let's say, modify some sort of artifact that's already out there. The great thing about Scamper is literally there's a list and a process that you follow, and everything is kind of really easy. Just substitute, combine, adapt, all them kind of different methods that you can change something that's already out there and make it better. So design skill 2 then is developing empathy, and it's very important to me. So we do research. So user profiling is one of the ways of developing empathy. Interviewing a user is a great way of kind of finding out their needs. You kind of have to put yourself in their shoes. So interviewing a user is a great way of kind of finding out their daily needs and what they want from a product themselves. Okay, it's very hard to kind of understand when you don't have their kind of problems. So we've done an empathy map, so we have think and feel here, and by filling out this was a great help on me to design a product. So then we've done design skill 3, which is bringing our ideas to life. So we have our initial ideas, literally just put down all my initial ideas. So from all my previous work on mood boards and everything, I just kind of came together and went with a few initial ideas, and I just drew them down on a piece of paper. And then does my ideas meet the brief? This is a very important part of the design process. I have to make sure now that after doing my initial ideas, am I meeting the brief? Am I going off track, or am I staying on track with the brief? So literally just I had the questions there on the board, and I answered them then in the class. This is a 3D model image. By making a 3D model is a great way of kind of seeing, will stuff work, will stuff not work. And then I also made a SolidWorks model. A SolidWorks model was kind of really beneficial towards me. It's a great way of kind of getting sizes and stuff like that. It's a more accurate way of seeing stuff compared to a model. A model can be kind of very vague. A SolidWorks model can be very accurate. So in design skill 4 then is sharing ideas. So the first part of that is my critical friend review. So literally just with a partner, I talked through, let's say, stuff I liked with his project, stuff that he could maybe improve in his project, and he done the same thing back to me. It was a great way of kind of getting new ideas and kind of seeing how can I make my project better, because sometimes you can hit a crossroads and kind of find out or find it difficult, maybe how can I improve, and by talking to a friend can be a great way of getting new ideas. So then I went to the teacher then, he also gave me some feedback, and it's a great way of kind of seeing am I on track and where could I maybe improve my project. So then we had define your direction. So we had a concept map. This is kind of honing in more now on what I'm actually going to make. Actually talk about the sizes, how I'm going to make it safe, colour, and am I actually sticking with the brief. So then I had my self-assessment. Self-assessment means that I'm just going to review my actual project before I actually go into making it. So we had a traffic light system, so we had green, amber and red. I put up green because I knew what I was doing, I understood what I was at, and then I just answered the questions then. So what I did well, what things I need to include, and this project would be better if I'd done something. And then the last question then, am I meeting the brief? And I was at that time meeting the brief with my project. So then our last design skill then is make use of the process. So here we have a storyboard. So this lastly, before we actually go to manufacturing processes, we'd have a storyboard, and this is where I kind of check back over all the previous steps I've done and make sure that I haven't left anything out. So make sure that I have every idea that I want to include into my final project, that I'm not leaving anything out. And then we have our final solution. Our final solution is just a work and drawn. It's very easy to see there for sizes, and this is something that I use an awful lot when I'm actually making the project.